Hey guys, we're here mashing in Phil's Wish. This is first brew at the new location, Newcastle. It's a nice backdrop as you can see. But the weather's not great, it's cold. Windy, and we've had a bit of rain this morning, so yeah, well anyway, we'll continue mashing in, and I'll tell you a bit more about the recipe as we go. Yeah, so Phil's Wish, if you remember, I think Phil's Wish was actually the first brew day that I put up on my YouTube channel. But Phil's Wish stands for father-in-law, his wish. He came back from a holiday, and he said that he had a beer that he really liked, and he described it to me, and I tried to replicate it. So this is it. This is the second time I've brewed. This is one of the few beers that I've actually brewed twice. So pretty excited to get this going. While we're mashing, let's just go have a look at the brew shed setup. Let's go have a look. So yeah, we're living with my wife's parents, my in-laws. They've been very kind to have us for 6 months or whenever time it's going to be. Actually, I should show what we're looking at. So, this is the Willy Wonka door under the house. So this is the setup. So we've got grain here. That's a Gladfield Ale malt that I just bought, a whole sack of. I've got, hello Charlotte, shelf of all the stuff that I need. Fermentation fridge. Charlotte, are you allowed to be in here? No, come on, let's go. Yep, let's go.
Stay with you.
Ouch, hit my head. You can see it's a pretty nice location. Kookaburras wake us up at about 5:30 in the morning most mornings. The kids aren't far behind, so anyway, I'm gonna have some breakfast. I'll catch you later. So we're weighing out the hops. We've got Warrior for bittering, and then we've got 10-minute additions of Amarillo, Citra, and Simcoe. Yeah, 30 grams Citra, 30 grams Simcoe, 20 grams Amarillo. So let's get them weighed out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so this is 20 grams of Amarillo, 30 grams of Citra, and 30 grams of Simcoe. What do you think, Charlotte?
Good.
Smells good?
Yeah.
What's it smell like? What's it smell like?
Hops.
What sort of hops? What other smell do you get?
Grass.
Grass? What else?
Like juicy apple.
Juicy apple. That's nice.
Shake it.
You see the colour. Pretty happy with the colour and the clarity. It's starting to settle down now. We ended up at 1062 or thereabouts, which is about 16. Well, refractometer says 16.4. Hydrometer says 1062 or thereabouts. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, but it's about where I want it to be anyway. Sorry about the wind. Let's see how it tastes. Yeah, good bitterness from the Warrior. Nice, clean, slightly sweet malt bill. Bit of that biscuit flavours coming through from the ale malt. It's going to be nice, I think. Nice fruity aromas of the Citra and Simcoe. Bit of pine, and resin. And then we're going to have a dry hop of, I think it's 50 Simcoe, 50 Citra. I'll put it up on the screen. What it is. I'll probably put a link to the recipe if you want. Actually, no, I'm not going to put a link to the recipe. But if you want it, let me know. I'll give it to you. No problems. So anyway, well, I've got the rehydrating USO5, and we'll put that in once it gets down to temp. And this may be a grain to glass. It might just be a brew day. We'll see. So anyway, cheers. Final taste test of Phil's Wish. Let's have a see how we go. Right, here we are. The light's a bit off here. We're at the dining room. So the colours, it's not that dark in real life. Do I have a torch? Yeah, I'll go look. I do have a torch. Let's have a look. I don't know if that's showing the colour any better. Yeah, it's a nice sort of orange amber colour. Not too different to Hank the Dank Yank actually. It's kind of similar ballpark, and there are some similarities with this beer to Hank the Dank Yank, but we'll get into that later. Alright, so nice looking beer, good lacing. It's been on keg for a week. A week today, no, a week yesterday. So it's still pretty fresh. It's got good dank tropical fruits, that's Simcoe and Citra. It's awesome. And the Amarillo is just kind of poking through a little bit, I think, just adding to that kind of citrusy, orangey, mango kind of tropical fruits. Passion fruit maybe. Let's have a taste. Yeah, good bitterness. I really like Warrior as a bittering hop. It's a really clean bitterness that I like. I think it's, you know, that Pacific Jade and Magnum. I haven't used Magnum that much, but Warrior and Pacific Jade are my two kind of go-to clean bitterness hops. But yeah, so you get, it's still pretty bitter because it's quite fresh. It's pitched around 45 in theory. But on the taste, you're getting just a little bit of the biscuity flavours from the malt, a bit of sweetness from the light crystal. That's all that's in there. It's just a little bit of light crystal and Gladfield Ale malt, which is, for you guys who don't know what Gladfield Ale malt tastes like, it's kind of like Marisada, that kind of flavour. So it's a bit biscuity, a bit toasty. Hops wise, the resin from the Simcoe, I think, dominates a little bit. So I did, in the dry hop it was 50 grams Simcoe, 50 grams Citra, 80 grams Amarillo. I might knock that back to maybe 50 grams, maybe 30 grams each of Citra and Simcoe, and still 80 grams of Amarillo, because I really like Amarillo, and at the moment the resin quality from the Simcoe just kind of overpowers it a bit. And yeah, I've heard a lot of people also talking about swapping out Crystal for Munich malt, which I'd be keen to try this if I said this to my father-in-law, if I brew this again, and he said, whoa, what do you mean if? When you brew this again? I'm like, yeah, okay, when I brew it again. So, yeah, I'll swap out Crystal for Munich. That might give me a little lighter colour, which is not a bad thing. It's not a great thing either. It just is. And maybe dial back the Simcoe late additions and dry hop. Because, yeah, this is a pretty good, I'm pretty happy with this beer, to be honest. Fermented with USO5. I know there's some people going on about USO5 having, I don't know, off flavours, be it corn chip sort of thing, or a peachy ester or something. Me, I haven't had an issue with it. And this, I'm probably not going to pick it up, to be fair, with this much sort of hoppage going on in the flavour. But USO5, I've had a great experience with it. I've also got WLP 001 that gets very similar results. But yeah, this beer, I don't know how much of the keg's left. It's not a glass keg, I don't know why I opened the keg fridge, but it's probably about half gone. But yeah, pretty happy with the beer. I should also mention that while we were drinking these, my father-in-law and I, the other bit of feedback we had for next time we brew was maybe it doesn't need to be 6.5%. So maybe knock it back to 5.5, because yeah, really like the flavours of the beer, but after your second one you sort of go, ooh, that beer's 6.5%. I need to slow down. So we both were doing on Australia Day, we're both, an IPA and then going back to the wheat beer, which is 5%, and going back to the IPA because we like the taste of it, but we couldn't keep drinking that all day. So anyway, just thought I'd add that on. And that's my final thoughts, and hope you enjoyed the grain to glass. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. So until then, this has been Stas from Stas Brewing, signing out. Cheers. Better than a drink.